So here's three very, very interesting books, and these three books have got some magic power in them and something that is very common with them. Well, actually, the magic power isn't in really the books. The magic power is in you, and these books help to release the magic power within you. Now, you're going to see a commonality that three of these books have. So the first one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Don't get hung up on the word rich. Richness is richness in all things in life, and everybody wants to be richer in many ways. So allow yourself to be. The other one's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. A very interesting thing is Dr. Joseph Murphy was originally a celestial priest from Kerry who fell out with the Catholic Church and began to teach the power of the subconscious mind, scientific prayer. So there's some amazing things in this book too, which I'll get into in a little minute. And then you've got Louise Hay. Many are familiar with Louise Hay. Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life, which is the mental causes for physical illnesses and the metaphysical way to overcome them. So let's look at these for a little minute. Let me look at this book here, first of all, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book was commissioned by a man called Andrew Carnegie, who was the wealthiest man in the world at the time that this book was written. And he commissioned a guy called Napoleon Hill. He said to him, I want you to write a book. It's going to take you a long time. I'm going to give you a letter, and this letter is going to give you access to some of the most powerful people in the world. And you're going to interview these people and compile this into a book. So Napoleon Hill took on this role. He got no money for this. It took him 25 years of interviews to compile the information that's in this book. And what's in this book is the 13 principles for success. And many people have agreed with these, many people that you know. Megan Flatley's got a testimonial in this book. Bruce Lee, on page 333 of this version, I'll actually show you that, has his gold card in this book. And here it is. He wrote this before he became famous. And this is Bruce Lee here. My definite chief aim, I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. In return, I will give the most exciting performances and render the best quality in the capacity of an actor. Starting in 1970, I will achieve world fame, and from then onward, till the end of 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million. I will live the way I please and achieve inner harmony and happiness. Bruce Lee, January 1969. Wrigley's chewing gums in this. Gillette razors is in this. Edwin C. Barnes is in this. Luther Burbank agreed to the principles in this book as well too. So the 500 most successful people in America in the early part of the 1900th century all agreed and testified to these 13 principles. Luther Burbank, here it is. During a horticulture career that lasted 55 years, Luther Burbank, 1849 to 1926, developed more than 800 varieties and strains of plants. These included more than 200 varieties of fruit, including the freestone peach, numerous vegetables, grains, nuts, and a host of ornamentals. Now, this is very interesting. He was known worldwide as one of the world's most innovative and prolific plant breeding scientists. In 1871, he developed the Burbank potato, which was used in Ireland in the battle against the ravages of the blight epidemic. He was a friend of both Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, and his legacy inspired the city of Santa Rosa's annual Rose Parade, which celebrates his memory. So this is very interesting. Luther Burbank was responsible for helping Ireland to recover from the famine. So there's some very, very powerful things in this book. Some people that have really changed things in the world and made a huge difference and a great contribution to humanity. What I want you to turn your attention to here is first of all, is the beginning of all riches. The very first chapter in the beginning of all riches is desire. Now, I recommend you get this book, is desire. Okay? And the second chapter is faith. Now, faith is a feeling of certainty about something, a belief or a feeling of certainty about something that goes even beyond a belief, faith. But what creates this feeling of faith? A lot of people say to me, Stevie, if I could just believe, then I could do the thing. If I could just feel like, I was certain that, it was going to win or it was going to happen or it was going to work out for me, then I could certainly get started. But so many people procrastinate because the opposite of faith is fear. paralysed in fear rather than moving forward with absolute certainty and faith. But the most interesting thing that I want to show you is, how do you produce this feeling of certainty? How do you produce this feeling within yourself that you can do it, that you can believe? Because, before you go to do the thing, how are you going to believe? Because you've never done the thing before. So you see, the answer is, which Bruce Lee knew, which Michael Flatley knew, which many other people knew, which Muhammad Ali knew. Muhammad Ali said, "I'm going to show you how great I am." And you see, autosuggestion is how you create that feeling of certainty and faith. And autosuggestion is the words that you say to yourself and the information that you give to yourself. Engaging in the power of the imagination. Imagination is one of our intellectual faculties. Thomas Edison had in his workbench, imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Albert Einstein, who was considered one of the greatest geniuses of all time, said that imagination is more powerful than knowledge. So this Thinking Great by Napoleon Hill. Love this book. By the way, I just want to show you something here if you're interested. Some people are interested, some people are not interested. But a man who really helped a lot of people signed this book for me. We had him speaking for us many years ago, Bob Proctor. We had him here. Stevie, you've got it. Keep going, Bob Proctor. An interesting thing is, get this book, the original version, restored and revised, and anointed by Ross Cronwell. Where's his name to show you? Ross Cronwell. It's in here somewhere. Well, I've told you it anyway. You may not be able to get this version. This version cost me £17 many years ago. This version now sells for like over £200. But you'll get the exact same version with a different cover on it. But just make sure it's the original version, restored and revised, and anointed by Ross Cronwell. So check that out. 13 Principles, Napoleon Hill. Amazing book to have. Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, which I mentioned earlier on, who is a celestial priest from Kerry. Originally fell out with the Catholic Church, and then he began to teach these teachings because, he really wanted to help people. So he continued to help people. This book has sold well over 10 million copies. Well, 17 years ago they got it. It's probably sold 20 or 30 million copies by now. This book here is in the top 10 best-selling books in the world. Now, the commonality again here is, I just want to show you. Dr. Joseph Murphy talks a lot about healing in this. You can see there the healing principle of the subconscious restores atrophied optic nerves. You can see here how to convey the idea of perfect health to your subconscious mind. So he talks about healing in the body, healing in financial situations, healing in relationships. It's a very, very, very powerful book, and it teaches you how to do scientific prayer. So I'm just going to read you out this story so you get this. How to convey the idea of perfect health to your subconscious mind. A Protestant minister I knew in Johannesburg, South Africa, told me the method he used to convey the idea of perfect health to his subconscious mind. He had cancer for the lungs. His technique, as given to me in his own handwriting, is exactly as follows. Several times a day, I would make certain that I was completely relaxed, mentally and physically. You got to be relaxed. Relaxed means to let go of. If you come down any of our stuff, we always do a lot of relaxation. People get so wound up, so tightened up, and the emotions do affect the body. So I relax my body by speaking to it as follows. Again, you can see the autosuggestion, speaking to your body, talking to yourself. Remember Muhammad Ali, I'm going to show you how great I am. I was completely relaxed. I would relax my body by speaking to it as follows. And you can do this. You can sit down, relax yourself, and you can do this. My feet are relaxed. My ankles are relaxed. My legs are relaxed. My abdominal muscles are relaxed. My heart and lungs are relaxed. My head is relaxed. My whole being is completely relaxed. After about 5 minutes, I would be in a sleepy, drowsy state, and then I affirmed the following truth. The perfection of God is now being expressed through me. The idea of perfect health is now filling my subconscious mind. The image God has of me is a perfect image, and my subconscious mind recreates my body in perfect accordance with the perfect image held in the mind of God. This ministry had a remarkable healing. This is a simple, easy way of conveying the idea of perfect health to your subconscious mind. So again, you're hearing again is that you're using the words. The words that we say make the greatest difference. The pictures and the images that we hold in the screen of our mind, and the words that we say and how we talk to ourselves and what we say to ourselves makes the greatest difference. Like we all know this when it comes to plants. to gardening. Everybody knows if you talk to the plant will grow better. Same thing if you talk to your body. If you talk to your legs will perform better. I used to talk to my legs all the time when I was running marathons, and your legs would perform better. Any part of your body, you talk to your tummy, and your tummy will relax more. And you have this magic power within you, and each of these 3 books are just helping you to use more of that magic power, because they're from people, and lots of people who have stories and testimony who've already used this magic power of the word. There's actually a book written called Your Word is Your Wand, so you can check that one out too. So then this is Louise Hay, Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life. And we'll just look at this real briefly. You can see here, if you've got problems, these could be some problems. People have allergies, Alzheimer's, amnesia, all these things, ankles, all the way down to here, anorexia. So let's look at some of them. So here's anus here, C, hemorrhoids. So C, hemorrhoids is an part, or abscess is, and that is, if you have problems down there, you can see anger in relation to what you don't want to release. And the antidote is, it is safe to let go. Only that which I no longer need leaves my body. So this book here there's arthritis. Here one, you might know somebody's arthritis. So see joints, arthritis, feeling unloved, criticism, resentment. I've used this book with thousands of people. The interesting thing is it always seems to compute if the person admits to it. Arthritis, feeling unloved, that's feelings of being unloved, criticism, resentment. And the antidote, the cure is, I am love. I now choose to love and approve of myself. I see others with love. So even for today, if you don't even get anything else out of this, remember, your word is your wand. The words that you say make the difference. Build yourself up with good words. Build your other people up with good words. Sometimes you have to say things, that you don't want to say, and check people. You still got to do that. But keep her lit. Your word is your wand. See you soon.